Guys, have you ever thought about, debating and the paradox of open-mindedness? Everyone is expected to be open-minded whenever entering a debate. Of course, rarely, if ever, maybe 0.5% of the times somebody's mind will change, and usually not on the spot. Usually when people have time to reflect on whatever has happened in the debate, they might potentially, possibly change their mind. But during a debate, nobody gets into a debate expecting their mind to change. And the perfect example for this is, Steven Crowder's Change My Mind, which is a brilliant thing. Of course, I do not accept with I don't accept the things that he's perpetuating, but it is a brilliant thing that he has done to create a platform where anyone can come and sit and chat with this guy who is very confident about his beliefs. Now, the great thing about that is that, you can actually see what good conversation might potentially look like. But a good conversation doesn't mean that people go in with an open mind, just like Steven Crowder, like he portrays himself as I'm open to have my mind. Of course he's not open to have his mind changed, and of course his mind will not change. He's not there to have his mind changed. It's a great name for the segment, Change My Mind, it works, but of course he's not there. Everyone knows that he's not there to have his mind changed. He's there to prove he's right. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not dogging on him for doing that. Absolutely not. The other people who sit next to him, are also there for the exact same purpose. They're not there to change his mind. They're there to prove to the other people around them that they are right and he is wrong. That's why anybody ever entered an argument. Oh, well, you can call it a debate or whatever, really. But people get into debate, especially heated debates about important things, about controversial things. They do that to prove that they are right. Right? Let's not kid ourselves and say, oh, the right way to enter a debate is to have an open mind. People don't have an open mind. The best of us don't have an open mind when we get into a debate. If the debate is important enough for us that we want to get into, we usually have, more often than not, a preconceived notion about the arguments or the debates that we're getting into, and we're confident enough about it that we want to defend it. We want to prove that this thing that I believe is right. So one way that I can prove it is to prove that the opposition is wrong, and it'll make more sense for other people watching this debate or argument that what I believe is right. So I win. Right? This is what people get into debates for. I don't really think, personally, I don't really believe that open-mindedness is necessarily a virtue. Honesty is, once you have time to reflect on the things that have been discussed in a debate, and you can be honest with yourself and think, okay, so was this right or not? That is a virtue. I don't necessarily call it open-mindedness, because open-mindedness has this weight with it, that has this expectation that you must listen to everything and entertain every idea. You could do that, but then again, you also could not do that if you really believe, for example, that an idea is incredibly harmful to a society. I don't necessarily condone, shutting down people's speeches if it's really meant to, bring about dialogue, because dialogue is usually a good thing. I don't condone shutting them down, but I also understand it if it's like your prerogative that, okay, so this guy is clearly a harm to the society. I believe that, so what do? I can be open-minded about it and just let him do his thing, which I know is going to harm the people around me or the larger community around me. Or I could just, do what I feel is right, and that is to stop harmful information, misinformation, anything that you believe to be harmful, to get out and to spread in the name of, peaceful dialogue. I can understand if you're trying to shut it down. It's in the end, it's a struggle for power, right? If you believe something is right and you believe it to be the right thing, you would want it to be a part of your community. If it's a law or something, if it's something that should be done or shouldn't be done, you would ideally want that should be done or shouldn't be done to be a part of your, I don't know, constitution, the domestic law, and wherever it is that you're living. So yeah, I just wanted to get this off my chest. This open-mindedness thing. I feel like we're, putting a lot of sanctity in a lot of cases on open-mindedness, when really it doesn't happen a lot. Number one, it's not necessarily a good thing, and it kind of masks the real reason why people get into debate. So I'll leave it here. Thank you guys for watching and listening. See you next time.